The Benedictines probably shaped the order of the seven, although there's some discrepancy about that. There's been lots of music and so on about this, by the way, and of course one that we all know and most people know, although they don't usually connect them with the O Antiphons, is O come, Emmanuel. O come, Emmanuel. So most people know that particular hymn. Christmas, they will associate it with Christmas, and of course it is the O Antiphons. It begins with Emmanuel and it ends with Emmanuel, although in the 1851 version of it I think it was there were 9 verses, and it forms an acrostic: ero cras. Cras is Latin for tomorrow, and ero, I will be. So I will be tomorrow, or often thought of as I will be coming tomorrow. So it ends on just before the Christmas Eve, and Christmas Eve, the Vigil Mass, is when we welcome the Christ child. The traditional themes of the 4 Sundays in Advent are death, judgment, heaven and hell. And one of these themes are tied up in not only an anticipation of the birth of Jesus, but also an anticipation of the second coming, when Christ will come to be our judge. In other words, it's an anticipation of the fulfilment of history, thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven, of that time when the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. It's looking forward in hope to a time when they'll beat their weapons into plowshares and all the other things. So it's a twofold anticipation. It's an anticipation in retrospect, of course, of the first coming of Christ, but it's also an anticipation of Christ seen in Scripture as the fulfilment of all things, who will bring the world back into order and back into a peaceable kingdom.